In this video, we will study about DNA damage and repair. DNA damage we have also discussed in the previous slide. Link is shared in the description box. Now, DNA damage may occur due to ultraviolet radiation, ionizing radiation, alpha, beta, gamma rays, many chemicals, they are called as mutagens, chemical mutagens, environmental factors like changes in pH, temperature, viral infections, other diseases, salinity, then various kinds of mutations. These we have discussed in the previous video. You can check through the link in the description box. Now, when DNA is damaged, like some of the bases may be deaminated or their dimer formation is there, single strand break may be there, double strand break may be there, or alkylation of the bases is there, methylation of the bases is there. So these changes may occur and they may damage the DNA. Then repair process is there. Now repair mechanisms which repair the DNA are photoreactivation, excision repair. Now excision repair further can be UV damage repair, apyrimidinic repair, so this is also called as AP repair, mismatch repair, recombinational repair, SOS repair. Now in this video, we will discuss about photoreactivation and excision repair in detail. Now first we will discuss about photoreactivation. What is photoreactivation? As the name indicating, photo mean light, reactivation mean repair with the help of light. When ultraviolet radiation falls on the DNA, this causes damages to the DNA. Sometimes there is formation of thymine dimer. Now, what is thymine dimer? We can see here. This is one thymine. This is another thymine. Now they are connected with each other by covalent bond. Now this formation of covalent bond between the two thymine, this is called as formation of thymine dimer, and this ring which has been created is also called as cyclobutane ring. Now if we see the strand of DNA where this thymine dimer have been created, now, during replication process when new strand is being synthesized, now in place in opposite to T there is addition of adenine, but here no adenine will be added. So DNA replicative enzyme will skip this lesion. So this will be unrepaired DNA. First this has to be cleaved, then only DNA replication will proceed. So this cleaving of this cyclobutane ring, like this, cleaving of this cyclobutane ring is called as repair by visible light, that is by photoreactivation mean visible mean sunlight which is falling during the day conditions. Now ultraviolet radiation causes damage and visible light repairs the DNA. This is called as photoreactivation. Now we can see here in detail when UV light falls on the DNA and there is formation of this thymine dimer, like we have earlier seen how that bond is created. So this is called as formation of thymine dimer. So here bulkiness is created like this. Now for repairing of this thymine dimer, enzyme deoxyribodipyrimidine photolyase is required. Now this is called as photoreactivation enzyme. Now this is the enzyme which is binding to this particular area, which is thymine dimer area. Now for its functioning, another cofactor is required. This is called as folic acid. Now this enzyme will bind to the DNA at night in the dark condition, and during day condition this folic acid will absorb the sunlight and this photoreactivation enzyme will become active and this cleave this thymine dimer bond, thymine, this bond which has been created, this will be broken with the help of this enzyme. So when this bond has been broken up, the DNA will be repaired. Now next step is photoreactivation by blue light, which cleaves the cyclobutane ring. This will cleave off this ring like this, like we have earlier seen. This will break up like. Now when this will break up, now this will become like this on the DNA strand. Now when this has, at this position, this has become like this. So DNA is repaired. When DNA is repaired, so this enzyme will become free in nature. So this DNA is completely repaired. So this process is called as photoreactivation. The next process is excision repair, or we can say this is independent of light. So this is also called as dark repair process. Excision, as the name indicating, something is being cut and that is being repaired. So one is UV repair. This is nucleotide excision repair. For this, we need to have certain protein like UVRA, UVRB, UVRC. Energy is required in the form of ATP, and then UVRD, basically, which is a helicase enzyme. Now we can see here at this position there is formation of thymine dimer and bulkiness is there on the DNA. So this is the strand which is showing bulkiness or formation of thymine dimer. Now this strand will be recognized by UVRA protein. Now this will come and bind to this area. ATP will help in this process. Along with UVRA, UVRB will also come. Now later on, when UVRA and UVRB has joined, then A will be released and then C will come. Now this protein, they will help in nicking of this dimer area, and that will be replaced by a repaired DNA molecule. Now UVRD is helicase enzyme, because when this nicking is being done, we know that DNA is basically supercoiled like this. So this is showing helical structure. So this helix has to be opened up, right? So this opening of helix is done with the help of enzyme DNA helicase. So this is called as helicase, mean opening of the helical structure of the DNA. So at this position where this thymine dimer is there, this helicase will help in opening of this helical structure. Now here there is incision or cut by endonuclease, like we have seen these enzymes or protein, they are helping in cutting of this diamond area. At this dimer area here, this cut is being done. So this piece is being incisioned. Now again we will see that this gap which is being created here, that is being filled with the help of DNA polymerase 1. Now this will start filling this gap, mean opposite to C, G will be there, opposite to G, C will be there, opposite to A, T will be there. So this gap started filling up with the help of DNA polymerase enzyme. Now further, this will be also cut from this area. So this portion of thymine dimer along with other bases also, this will be excised. So this is called as excision process. So this will work in 5' to 3'. This is 5', this is 3'. So this fragment of DNA which is being lost, this is from 5' to 3' direction. So excision 5' to 3' endonuclease. Now this area which is being left open as such, now this will be filled with the help of DNA polymerase enzyme. Now we will see that this will continue like this and ultimately bases will be added. Now when bases are added here, a gap may be left at this position. Gap may be left over at this position. Then this will be filled by enzyme DNA ligase. Now this DNA ligase will help in filling the gap which is left by filling of the bases or putting of the bases by polymerization. So this DNA will be sealed and repair is completed. So this repair is also called as cut patch and cut seal process. When we are cutting this patch is being cut and then this is being sealed. So this is called as cut patch, cut seal process, or we also call it as excision repair or nucleotide excision repair mechanism. Now next is apurinic and apyrimidinic repair. Now in this case, we can see here this is the DNA molecule. This is the sequence on the DNA molecule and opposite to this is the complementary sequence. Now we can see here this C, cytosine, when this loses its amino group, this is called as deamination. Now when cytosine loses amino group, this get converted to uracil. So in this DNA we will see that the C has been replaced by uracil. Now this uracil has to be removed, because otherwise what will happen when these two strands will open up of the DNA. Now one strand will be having here U. So this U has to be removed. So this is done with the help of enzyme DNA glycosylase. This will remove the base. How does this remove the base? Usually we have a glycosidic bond. This is nitrogenous base. This is sugar. This is phosphorus. And this bond is called as glycosidic bond. Now this will be broken up with the help of DNA glycosylase. Like if we see the here, we can see here, this is the U. Now this bond will be broken up. When this bond is broken up, this U will become free. This will be released from here. So this area will become free of the U region. Now this will be cut with the help of endonuclease. So next step is incision by endonuclease. Now this DNA segment after cutting has been removed. So this will be now filled with, this gap will be filled with DNA polymerase enzyme. This will be again filled with DNA polymerase enzyme, and ultimately whatever gap will be left, now that will be sealed with the help of DNA ligase enzyme. So opposite to G, now C will be added. So we have seen that opposite to G, C is added when polymerase is editing, or this is filling the gap. So opposite to G, C will be added and repair will be completed. So this is about apurinic and apyrimidinic repair mechanism of DNA. Now next kind of repair is mismatched repair. Now when DNA replication occurs, like we can see this is the original DNA molecule. Now this has given rise to 2 copies, and further they can give rise to 2 copies, 4 copies. So this is called as DNA replication. So during DNA replication, DNA polymerase 3 plays a very important role in DNA replication in case of eukaryotes, and DNA polymerase 1 in case of prokaryotes. So when these bases are being incorporated into the DNA in the new strand, proofreading enzymes are also there which will proofread. If there is any incorrect base, that will be repaired. But sometimes that incorrect base is incorporated and that is not repaired. So this is called as mismatched repair. We can see here in this DNA strand, opposite to A, I mean this is the old strand and this is the new strand. Now we can see here G is incorporated instead of T. So this G is a mismatch base present over here in this DNA. Now this has to be removed. Now this can be done with the help of mute proteins. Now these mute proteins are of 3 types: mute S, mute L and mute H. Now mute S will recognize the area where there is mismatching. So this will recognize the wrong base. Then along with mute S, there is binding of mute L as well as mute S. And they will come mute S, L and H. They will bind over in this area where wrong base has been incorporated. Now one of the bases, one of the strands of the DNA which is called as, now this is the strand which is a new strand, and this is the old strand. Now because they have to identify the area where wrong base is there. So one of the strand will be methylated. Methyl group is added. Now these are methyl group. This is called as hemimethylation, and this strand is non-methylated. Now this wrong base which is present over here, now this has to be cut, and for this enzyme is needed. This is called as exonuclease 1. Now this exonuclease 1 this enzyme will move along this area and this will cut the wrong base. Like we can see here, this wrong this one will move over here, and ultimately this will be removed. When this will be removed, and this wrong base also will be removed. Wrong base is removed, and we will see that this will be up to here, this will be intact, but where G is there, like this will be removed. Now when opposite to A, G is we can see here opposite to CG, opposite to CGTA, and on this, in this area where there was the wrong base, now that has been removed with the help of exonuclease 1. Now this gap will be filled with the help of DNA polymerase, and ultimately opposite to this A, there is incorporation of T, and this gap will be filled up, and ultimately this will be sealed with the help of DNA ligase, and repair is completed. So this is called as mismatch repair. I mean, if there is incorporation of any wrong base, now this will be removed and correct base will be introduced, and DNA repair will be completed. Now this is all about DNA repair. Now recombinational repair and SOS repair we will discuss in the next video. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you have understood everything, then you please like my video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.